All right, I'll let you intro.
Oh, all right. Welcome to the Peppy Podcast. This is Archie.
This is Anil, no longer in California now, in
Yeah,
Nebraska. Yeah, and we're bringing you the Peppy podcast. I think this is number 7. I think I don't even
7 or 8. I don't even think I put the other one up.
I was actually going to ask you about that last week, but I was like,
Yeah.
he'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now that I'm moved completely, my goal, and hopefully it's Archie's, to at least do these at least on a every 2 weeks, if not every week, depending on our schedules, of course. But since I'm more settled now, that's the goal. We'll see if I actually can hold on to it, because I know Archie usually is pretty good about holding on to it, but me, I'm usually get busy with crap. But I think Fridays work for you, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Friday. I typically work from home, so it's a pretty decent schedule for me.
Yeah, and that's gonna be my day off too. I like that. So yeah, hell, we can even do it in the mornings. I think in a few weeks is when I start my flex schedule. So
For
we
sure.
can definitely shoot. Yeah, for a show. So not to hold off on idle chatter, let's get to the meat of what we want to talk about. Let's talk about the SNES Retro and what we think about that.
Uh. Oh well. Let's see. There are some decent games on it that mainly like Mega Man X.
Mhm.
And then there's this one exclusive one to it, which is Star Fox 2. I've never played Star Fox 2. I didn't even finish the first one, anyways.
You
Um,
never finished the first Star Fox?
yeah, I started playing Star Fox when it got onto the N64, but I didn't play on
Okay, okay.
SNES.
Did you find it harder
Uh,
or more difficult?
the first Star Fox?
Yeah. Sorry. Did you find the Star Fox for Super Nintendo way more difficult than the 64 one?
Yeah, because it's you only got the D-pad, and it's like for me it's just tough to kind of aim with that.
Well, yeah,
And
yeah,
also
yeah.
it was just really weird because it was this really horizontal, like there wasn't much space to move around, at least that's from what I remember. It was just
Right,
like
right.
these big blocks, and it's, I don't know, it was just really disorienting for me, so
Mm.
I didn't play beyond the first level, I think.
Oh, Corneria, yeah. Let's see. My experience, I did play it when when it came out. I didn't own it. My older brother did. But I thought it was a cool game. I didn't. I thought it was okay. I didn't really get much into this whole Star Fox thing until 64 came out.
Hmm.
I think I was a little bit older, but that one I liked a lot. I think that's a lot of people's favorite game. Um, I. What's cool is in Star Fox 2, that's where they actually introduced Star Wolf for the first time.
Star Wolf.
Yeah, I know.
He
Daddy
what
screamed
was his?
real
Yeah,
died when
there
he
it is.
died. Yeah, there you
Wait,
go.
put some oomph in that. Be real.
No, I don't want to be too loud, dude. No.
Wait, what? You're in your own
Actually,
your own apartment in Nebraska. What the deal is?
actually, you're right. I can. Daddy screamed real die when he died. Hey, how about that one? I don't think I said that word
I
right.
wonder how thin the walls are, where people will actually hear what you're saying, and it's like,
Actually, I'm on the third floor
oh,
of my
okay,
apartment complex, and so there are only 4 other apartments around me.
okay,
And so I'm kind of okay, and no one ever comes up here, so I'm good.
nice.
I know I fucked up Pigman's voice. I didn't remember what he sounded like for the most part,
Yeah, I completely forgot.
but yeah. So Star Fox 2. I mean, I did play a little bit of the ROM that was like put out like years ago or probably almost a decade ago. It was different. I'll give you that. I didn't like the music so much, and a lot of people like the music or don't care for the music in Star Fox. I just like the game. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I don't know if I'm actually gonna buy the. I didn't buy the NES Classic. I don't know if I'll buy this.
But I remember you wanted to.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but then the smarter part of me, smarter part of me, is kind of like I can easily just I have all the ROMs already, and I have my own Nintendo and all that stuff too. It's like why? The only reason I would buy it is just for the I wouldn't even open it. It was just to have it.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, besides, if I wanted to get it, I want to get the European one. I think the Famicom, or I think that's what it's called.
Yeah,
Actually, no, it's not called the Famicom in Europe. It's just called Super Nintendo, right?
I thought it was. Oh, right. In Japan, it's Famicom,
Japan
right?
Famicom. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
whatever it's called in Europe. I like how that one. I like how that looks.
right.
The European version. That look. I mean, so if I could somehow find the European one, for like not an insane shipping price, I'd buy that.
Yeah, sounds good. But what other games are on there?
Actually, Give me a second. Let me pull it up. Keep on talking while I pull it up real quick.
Talking.
Talk.
No. I'm probably. I mean, if I see it, I'll probably buy it. It's only 60
Mm-hmm.
bucks. Or is it 80?
It's 80. Yeah, 80.
80. That kind of walks the line. It depends.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm not really
Here we go.
interested in new
I
games.
I found a list. Okay, um, so Super Mario World, which I played the shit of. That's not that exciting, but pretty
Hmm.
cool. Mario Kart, which is always a fun game to play. Link to the Past, which again I've played that so many times. That's not really like a draw for me. F-Zero, I haven't played that in a while. That was a cool game.
Hmm.
Super Metroid, it's oddly enough, I'm not the biggest Super Metroid fan, or Metroid fan, but I'd play that. Street Fighter 2 Turbo, again, you can get Street Fighter pretty easily, so I'm not like, Punch Out, Super Punch Out, sorry, that's what I would get. Fucking Super Castlevania 4. You ever play that?
No.
To me, I know some people may consider it sacrilege, but I think that's the best one of all the Castlevania games. I like that one the most. People will say Symphony of the Night, but I like Super Castlevania 4. Music is so much cooler. Donkey Kong Country, you like that one, right?
Yeah.
I think this game is more up your alley. Mega Man 10 or X,
To
sorry.
X. Dude, no.
Yeah.
No, that's
Well,
a
I'm not
whole
a Mega Man fan.
completely
I'm sorry.
different series. What are you doing,
Well,
man?
right, because the main character is called X, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Sorry. Um, Kirby Superstar. I never actually played much of the Kirby games.
I actually like Kirby games.
Oh,
You just suck them up and then steal their power.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it was a basic platformer.
Okay, all right. Final Fantasy 3. I don't know which was that's the equivalent in Japan. I don't remember the numbering works for that one. But I'm assuming that was a good one.
Yeah, actually, there's one game that I really really liked on Super Nintendo that I think a lot of people slept on. Did you ever play Joe and Mac?
Isn't that on the Sega too?
I don't remember.
It sounds familiar. I can't say I know too much about it though.
It's another platformer, but it's I don't know. I just like the characters. I guess they're cavemen and they just steal power, and then it's just a platformer trying to beat monsters up somehow, or dinosaurs. But
Okay, we'll get the
yeah.
ROM for that and go play that.
Yeah.
In addition, Kirby's Dream Course. I'm assuming it's like a racing game or something. I don't know.
Never played that.
Star Fox, the original. Yoshi's Island, which is I love that game. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. It's a great game. The music is so badass for that. Super Mario RPG, which that's a great game.
Yeah, a lot of people like that game.
Well, of course, I think the writing for that game, as odd as it is, well, it's a Capcom game, right? So, but the writing of that game was actually really good too. Right, that's Capcom, right?
I don't know.
I think it is. I think that was developed by Capcom. I might be wrong, but I think that was. Unless I'm thinking about Zelda. I'll look it up in a second. Contra 3, the Alien Wars, again. That was, I think, people consider that the best one. I like Super C, personally. Secret of Mana, which I've heard a lot, but I never played.
Hmm.
You play that one?
Nope.
Earthbound.
Eh.
Okay. And yeah, a lot of people talk about the game, but I never, excuse me, I never played that one either. Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Oh, okay. That one was pretty fun.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, it's gonna kill me now. Now I want to look on Wikipedia and see who made Super Mario RPG. Hold on. Square. That's it. Not Capcom. Square.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. RPG, right?
Yeah.
Well, like Legends of the Minish Cap was made by Capcom, which is interesting. But that game is actually really good. You ever play that one?
No. But wait, was that the one for GameCube?
No, that was for the
Four Swords. Never mind. Yeah.
Four Swords. But I think that was also made by Capcom as well. But the Minish Cap, that was for the Game Boy Advance, I think.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean the list of games is good. Again, the one that draws me the most probably is Punch Out, Castlevania, and Super Mario RPG.
Hmm.
It's nice. I gotta wonder though. I wonder if the controllers are the same quality as the old ones are. Most likely, right?
What's that?
Like because like, have you ever played like they may have those knockoff Super Nintendo controllers? You can like those USB ones you
Yeah.
can play on your own. Like I wonder if the quality of these controllers is better. Like it is like the old ones. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I'd assume so. It's coming straight from Nintendo instead of the actual knockoffs.
Well, I'm just saying, like, maybe like 20, 30 years since they just don't fucking care. I don't know. Well, I'm just saying, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I played I didn't even try the NES Classic, but yeah, I mean, if I stumble upon it, I'll go for it. I'm not gonna go wait in line for it,
Hmm.
but maybe I'll go to Walmart one day and see it. When does it come out, by the way?
It's in the fall season, like for holiday season, but they're putting the pre-orders up now. Uh, Actually, I do remember like the UK,
Hmm.
they refunded a whole bunch of people because they're limiting it this time to one per customer.
Where can one pre-order? Where?
Uh, Whatever UK site, I think Amazon and what's it called, their GameStop version. I think it's just called Games.
Oh, I'm just saying in general for our American listeners, if there are any, where could they pre-order it?
The US version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd assume Amazon or GameStop and whatnot here. I'm sure there'll be one big announcement, probably at 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning, and then by the time you wake up, you won't be able to get it.
Well, actually, I'm ahead of you technically, so I might be able to.
I guess, maybe. I don't know, man.
Yeah. We'll see.
Good luck to you, friend.
Yeah, I know. So
That's
I'm just looking at Amazon right now to see if you even can. Wait. Have pre-orders already gone through? Because it says they're currently unavailable. So have they gone through, or are
No,
they?
not yet.
Okay.
Supposedly it's because they need to get some verification with the FCC before they can sell or do
Mm-hmm.
pre-orders. So it's supposedly we're waiting on that. But yeah, it's already been pre-ordered in the UK area or region.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, to anyone listening, good luck to you on getting it. If I stumble on a few Archie, I will let you know.
Uh, yeah, dude. If you stumble on a few and it's just free, just go for it, man.
Well, because so for my new job, the ambassador who kind of like guided me here and like toured me around was telling me that when the Switch came out, it was so easy to find it in here in Nebraska, at least in Lincoln, because like I guess not a lot of people buy it here, and so he was able to get one like that. So
Right. That's
I mean,
dope.
I'm not judging Lincoln. I'm just saying that's what he told me, and he's lived here for 10 years. So, but
Yeah.
yeah. So good luck to anyone who wants to get it.
Yeah.
All right, so the next topic I have in hand, let's talk about the new computers we want to build, Archie.
Okay.
All right, so I've had my personal computer my computer right now for the last 6 years. So I've been wanting to upgrade, so I recently purchased my case, which is the Corsair Air 340, 240. It's a big monster of a case. It's kind of overkill in terms of size, but I like the shape of it, and I just figured why not,
Yeah,
It's like
you have the
go ahead.
air-rated case, which is more of a square or more of a cube form factor.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's a double, what's it called?
Dual chamber.
Dual chambered,
Right.
and yeah, I really like those because yeah, there's a lot of air going
Hmm.
through it. So I don't know if you, well, are you gonna go water cooling or just
Yeah, I'm gonna go water cool. I'm debating though because Corsair they have their like they don't need a water pump for theirs. Theirs for the most part are just I guess simple, I suppose, right?
Oh, okay, okay. So you mean it's an all-in-one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was
So
also
the
thinking about
air,
doing
the radiator is just the one that's really pushing it all, or the pump that's
yeah,
mainly on the CPU.
yeah. I mean, but I was also debating about like getting like an actual like going the other way around, the more complex one with the actual like water pump that's separate.
Yeah, the water block.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
but
I mean, if you're going all out, you might as well. EKG actually just came up with one that looks like a custom setup, but it's actually
Mhm.
fairly similar to the typical all-in-one.
Yeah, and at this point, I'm just juggling whether it's like really worth it to go that far because I'm assuming I know with the Corsair it'd be easy. I mean, just to set it up, radiator on. Once the processor's on, just put that little thing on, the I guess the block, if you will, whatever, and then good to go. I mean, the water pump would probably wouldn't be anything like too hardcore, but I'm just saying like that's a little more work. So I'm just wondering, really, what would be more advantageous.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm still debating on that, but I'm definitely gonna go for that liquid cooling, and then um, I'm video card wise. I'm maybe by the end of the year. I think we were talking about this yesterday. Like the 1080 probably won't go too much down. Maybe, probably not, right?
Yeah, I mean, right now it seems like a lot of it is either are sold out or
Hmm.
above the typical. There's a definite price hike right now because of Ethereum and Bitcoin. So,
Yeah. Because I saw for like $700. I think that was the TI. I think it was.
yeah, no, that's normal.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, I because like I'm planning to buy, which should be like in December. I'm assuming that that tier is gonna go down, right? Because then the next set are coming out, right?
Supposedly, there's no like actual foundation to it's just all rumor at this point.
But yeah, I mean, because this new PC, because my PC's fine. Like even use, I mean, it's getting on its way. But the reason why I'm building this one is specifically because I want to do VR, and so I want something, and also because I want to go to 4K as well. So I want something at least as top as I can go. You know, uh, maybe not with the video 100%. Maybe I'll sit down for a tier below, but at least the processor's gonna be high up there. The RAM, you know. So, but yeah, that's the whole reason I want to do VR for fucking Ace Combat.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think that VR actually relies a lot on the GPU. So really, all you need is a new GPU, or actually
Hmm.
a 980. Like I said before, it'll work
Yeah.
fine. Um,
Right. And now I figure, but I mean, computer's getting old anyway. So I think it's about time to upgrade her. I'm saying she's about 6 years old, right? I mean,
yeah,
and I'm still gonna keep her around. She's gonna be kept for. You actually gave me a really good idea about using her as like a solely streaming PC.
yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
That could be the next step here.
Well, that,
The
that.
streaming via YouTube, blah blah blah.
Yeah. No, seriously. And since my internet is significantly better, by the way, than it was before, I'm getting a great like 80 megabytes per second on average, which is awesome.
I feel so sorry for you. That's what I'm getting 112 right now, and
Yeah,
it's
I
like
know.
I've had this for like at least 3 or 4 years, and you're just now getting this.
Well, my house is complex, but actually, so the company I have right now is called Windstream. They're not that great. It does fluctuate a lot, but there's another company called Allo, which I think they're fiber optic and their quality is a lot better. So I'm gonna switch over in a month or two to them, and then I know they offer like a 1 gigabyte for like super cheap, so I'm gonna go for that.
Nice. I'm assuming you mean gigabit.
Yeah, sorry, gigabit. Sorry, not byte. What am I talking about? Bit. Good call, Archie.
Yeah,
Yeah, one
just
gigabit.
making sure you know your shit. You know, I work in QA. I'm just trying to help you out.
No, you know what? I appreciate it. Keeping me on my toes. I don't want to sound like a
Damn right.
jackass. But yeah, how about you? How about you and your PC?
Right now I'm looking at the case. I'm
Hmm.
definitely going for that tempered glass and some lights, and that's kind of the only look I'm looking for right now. But as far as the rest of the setup, I'm not sure yet.
Actually, I was gonna ask you because, like, lights. Like, I've never really been into them myself. The only light I have in my computer card, like, it's emanating from the logo. But like, so I mean, you're just literally wiring that into your PSU, and that's it, right? I mean, there's nothing else to it. I mean,
No. There's actually typically a light controller or config controller that
hmm
can be included into your case setup, or you
hmm
can buy one third party, and you kind of just figure out from there. Like Corsair has their own setup,
hmm
and I forgot what the other one is, but it's third party and open source, so you can kind of just configure. This will breathe rather than just be stationary light or whatever it is.
hmm
But yeah,
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, because I didn't know how to. I never really cared for the lighting thing for the most part. I don't know. I guess I figured since LAN parties died, like no one really cared about that sort of thing. But I guess people still do, obviously. But
yeah,
um,
dude, it's kind of a big thing right now. RGB lighting is one thing I always find in like the YouTube trending, etc.
yeah, well, maybe I'll look into that too. Man, if I do go, I'm gonna go with the green. I think it'll mesh good with the black. Mesh well with the black.
Oh, green and black setup, nice.
Yeah, I know. What is yours completely clear? I don't remember. I don't recall.
It's it'll be tinted, and I'm not sure if I'm going for RGB or just blue and black.
Mm. But yeah, you see, now that I have a full time but that pays significantly well, now I can at least pay a little bit on this superfluous crap.
Yeah, 401k. What are you doing? No, no. I live in the now.
Hey, I have a fairly good retirement plan with this. I'm enjoy milk this as long as I can.
Also, you already like put in a percentage of your pay right now.
I believe I'm at 4 for my corporation, if you will, RT, my corporation's retirement. Yes.
Dog, you're so old.
What? Jeez.
Jesus. All
What?
right. But yeah, I am also looking into Ryzen. I'm kind of curious at this
That's
point. It's
it's
typically
AMD,
cheaper.
right?
What's that?
AMD, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know. I did. I was considering it, but I think I'll stick with Intel.
Did you just mumble that last part? What the?
Yeah, yeah, I did.
I think that, Intel.
I didn't want to sound like one of those fucking fanboys.
Oh,
I've
but
stuck.
you just showed your colors. That's it. You
Well,
bleed blue.
I've never had problems with Intel. I mean, I don't know. But then I've never really tried AMDs, but I don't know.
Yeah, actually, my first computer was AMD when it was the AMD 64. Like
The
that old
X64,
stuff.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. it was great times.
Yeah.
But it's just that at this point it seems like they're kind of competing and actually almost in parity with
hmm
Intel. That
hmm
I'm curious enough now, and it's like I can try at least, and if it doesn't work out or I'm not happy with it, just return it, I guess.
Didn't AMD do hex cores like a while? Like, I mean, it's old, but like they did hex cores first, right?
I think so.
Or not first, but their thing was that they did hex cores, where Intel just stayed at the
Yeah, that
quads,
that
right?
was kind of like their shtick. Like that was one thing that they bragged about. Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I think they're doing octa-cores now.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, I didn't know that. I mean, I know Intel octa-core, right? Is that the latest thing over CES this year, right?
Um,
Or they
well, they've
announced something
always
like that,
had it
right?
mainly for their server side. But
Oh,
for
okay,
the
okay.
consumers, I think they're going hex.
hmm
Then there's the extreme editions that go. I think they do go octa-core. I haven't been keeping up, so don't quote me on that one, people. But uh, yeah, that's or a person. I'm pretty sure there's at least one person watching.
I know for a fact there's one person watching. Thank you, my
Ah,
friend. Wink you guys
yes.
much.
Hello,
Um,
friend.
I'll talk to you
shout, shout out.
later. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I if it's like with SLI. I've been told that not a lot of games actually like, utilize, I guess, what SLI provides. And so like with like 8 cores, again, like I'm not an expert in this, but like, do video games really utilize all the processing power that you really get from having all that? You know?
For CPUs, it can depend. For
Mm-hmm.
GPUs or SLI specifically, you have to come up with the profile or find the profile so that it will work to take full advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
Even now, actually, SLI is not really Beyond 2 is not even supported. So,
I didn't even know people did Beyond 2. Holy shit.
yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna drop that much on 2, why not just buy like a goddamn like Titan, 1080 Titan Ti, like.
Yeah, people probably do. But it's more for their workbench rather than a gaming system.
Right, right, and I guess I should preface or say at some point that I guess I'm talking more from a gaming perspective. So,
Yeah,
ain't do no work on my computer, that's for sure.
right.
I mean, are you planning on just? You were saying you were just gonna go for stick with one card, right? You were planning on the 1070 or 1080?
I was thinking the 10. Yeah, yeah. I was between the two, but since they did the price drop when the 1080 Ti came out, I
Yeah,
was thinking 1080. But
yeah,
yeah, you know about the price hike right now,
yeah,
so I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
nah. But then supposedly they may be coming out this fall or this winter, so I'm kind of just holding out for now.
Yeah, I'm the same point too. I'm kind of just building up the peripheral components at this point. Like Archie was making fun of me that I want to buy the PSU next. I think he's implying that I should focus on the parts that I can get cheaper right now, which I will. I, I'm still
It's
so.
it's like I don't know. It's like thinking about buying a camera, but you're just thinking more about the film before anything else, and the film is pretty much all the same shit. It's always going to be the same
Whatever, man.
price. You know what I
Whatever.
mean?
I have a build in mind. I have it all put out. Actually, I wasn't. I was actually planning on harvesting some parts from my old computer, but I think like with that idea that you mentioned, I'm just gonna just buy everything for the most part. I'm gonna buy a Blu-ray player, or Blu-ray drive, and a few other things. But yeah, I guess I need to get on that shit.
Right.
Don't worry, when that first paycheck drops, I'm buying some parts already.
Oh yeah, photos or it didn't happen. Thanks.
Yeah, well, don't worry, I will. I will. Well, maybe a second
Yeah.
paycheck. Well, I got bills to pay too.
Sure.
Yeah, I got rent to pay, and I already paid my car insurance for 6 months. Car payment. There you go. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me too.
All right. Good man, Archie. Good
Yeah.
man. Anything else you want to add? At least to the computer aspect.
Uh, Nothing right now. I'm not too excited about anything because it's become more of a commodity than it is a enthusiast thing now.
Hey, the PC itself, you mean?
As in the way I view PCs. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I mean, again, the only well, one I'm building just 'cause to upgrade, but I'm specifically I'm building for VR because just for Ace Combat
yeah.
9. Yeah, I think it's 9, 7. Hold on. Whatever the latest one, and I'm a hardcore fan. I can't fucking remember which one this is. I think it's 9. Ace Combat 9. Like that's the big draw for this one because I want to do VR, like I said. So, okay. Well, I guess since we don't dawdle on that too much, let's get to the next topic. This is kind of a little more focused on Archie per se, but he's been playing Player Unknown Battlegrounds, a game I don't know too much about. So maybe you can inform me a little more about that game, Archie.
Oh, it's a it's a survival game. Typically in the beginning, you're just looting, dropping off from random locations, or actually the plane goes in one direction, so you have to decide where to parachute off of, and then find places to go. The issue is when you parachute at certain locations, more than likely there's going to be in the popular places a lot more other people in that area, so you have to be mindful of where you drop off. And
Sorry, it's 100 players you're playing with?
Typically, yeah.
Oh wow.
But yeah, be mindful of where you are, and if you do see other people, try to keep a mental note of where they dropped off so that you know when to go out there. I typically play in a team, and it maxes at 4. But yeah, a lot of looting and a lot of hold on, I think I hear someone. Okay, they're just passing by. All right, keep looting. And it's just that, and then the playground gets a little smaller every few minutes, so then eventually you have to meet everyone up, or you have to get into a car and meet into the circle so that you don't get killed.
So how long do games typically last?
Depends on how long you survive, but I'd say if you make it to the end, probably 20-30 minutes.
Oh wow! I guess I was figuring this is more like a survival game. I mean, I know sort of like it would like last for a while, like so. I maybe my idea is wrong. So it's just you against other players. There's not like any wildlife you have to worry about. It's just the other players.
Yeah, just other players, pretty much.
Oh, okay, all right. I was thinking it's like akin to almost like Minecraft.
And like I said, the playground gets smaller and smaller, so you have to move. You can't just stay in one place.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I'd say if you decide to play it, let me know so that we can try and because I think the first thing that most people have a problem with is just learning how it all works. And if you have someone who kind of has an idea of how everything should go, it makes the experience a lot better. Just saying.
I just figured go grab a gun and start hunting. I don't know. Is that the bad way to do
it? Yeah, because it seems like a lot of people are just very mindful of a lot of things, especially in this game. That's why I'm always anxious in this game. Because
yeah, it reminds you with Rainbow Six actually. But I think continue. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's a much bigger map, and I don't know. Never mind. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I will look into it. I mean, honestly, I'm still in my stump of just playing a shitload of Rainbow Six. The burning question I think all our viewers would like to hear: is it better than Overwatch, or do you think it compares to Overwatch at all?
No, it's a different game.
Okay. Actually, a better question is, do you enjoy playing it more than Overwatch?
At this point, yeah. But like I said, it's also pretty stressful just because I'm really anxious in this game.
Here's a better question: do the players piss you off as much as in Overwatch?
Oh, no, not as much, no. Because there's no real way to cheese anyone or really annoy anyone. You either get killed or you don't, and you don't really think too much. And I think that's part of the not having the kill cam, so that you don't think, oh, this asshole, he just stood there, or it's just you get killed and you move on to the next game.
Okay, I mean that's why I like this game idea so much. I haven't played though. Is that it's different, and I like innovation. I mean, you shouldn't like a game just because it's innovation, but with the industry, at least first-person shooters being so, I guess, monotonous generally, it's nice that we're kind of seeing at least changes to this kind of gameplay, this kind of with this kind of battle royale thing. I think it's a good way to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. Well,
I recommend you try it.
okay, well, perhaps I will, Archie.
Yeah, it's only $30.
Okay, well, once my cooler schedule gets set up, I may just dedicate my 3-day weekend just playing the shit out of that game.
You could just play 30 or maybe an hour.
I don't know. You know me. Once I get in the game, it's like fuck off. And
yeah.
yeah. Okay. So how much time do we have left? You think, Archie?
What's that?
How much time do you think we have left?
World is your oyster, friend. We're at 30-minute mark right now.
Okay, we'll go for a little bit more and see how we go until we just run out of shit to say. You been playing much Overwatch lately?
No. I just haven't touched it at all. I used to do my one a day, but then
yeah.
I think I lost twice in a row, and I was like, nope. No.
Yeah. I haven't touched it ever since, which was like 2 weeks ago. I installed it on my computer again, but I was like,
Install it. Oh, you did a fresh setup?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I did. Yes, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, because I deleted some shit before I left because just I was just cleaning out files on my computer just to do it. I was like, I don't plan on playing this again. And then I came here. I was like, you know what? I want to test my internet. So then I just installed it to see how quickly it would install. It's pretty quick. But yeah, I think I've played it since.
Yeah.
yeah, and I don't know. I think like I've said to you before, I need a full team if I decide to play that anymore.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, the StarCraft 1. This is probably not relevant to you, but the StarCraft 1 remaster is coming out fairly soon, I believe. I think.
Right.
I don't know the date. I'm not a big fan of remasters generally, but the game came out 98, 97, so it was almost 20 years ago, I think, if I'm right. So I can see a remaster kind of making sense, and so I'm a little excited for it, but yeah, I'm anxious to see, but we'll see how that turns out. Are you a fan of remasters, Archie?
Not typically. But speaking of remasters, have you saw what's it called? Crash Bandicoot?
So I will answer you in a second. Did you hear about the kind of controversy about that?
No.
Okay. So I heard about the remake. I actually was into Crash as a child growing up. I think I got the PlayStation a little bit later. So I was a Nintendo faggot. Just kidding.
You heard it here, folks. He said it himself. He's a Nintendo fag.
gmail.com. What was I gonna say? I played a little bit later. I thought it was an okay game. I don't think I didn't care much for platformers. I think the last platformer, the 3D platformer that I played that I enjoyed was
Banjo-Kazooie.
Actually, I never played Banjo-Kazooie.
Mario 64.
Yep.
There it is.
That was a lot of fun. And I like 2D platforms. Like I play Shovel Knight. I love that game. That's what I think about right now. But I mean, if they make a quality game, why not? I mean, like that game is at least like 20 years old, right? So that it makes sense for that to have a remaster. Like I'm okay with that. But like remastering like goddamn Call of Duty 4, that game was like what? Maybe actually Call of Duty 4, 2005.
I don't know. I only started playing Call of Duty when it started becoming popular.
Okay. So that might be almost 12 years old. So maybe that a remaster. Okay, but a remaster of a game that came out like a generation ago. Like PS3, Xbox. Actually, hold on. A remaster of a game that came out like 5 years ago, I think just doesn't make sense. I'll go with that. I think Uncharted had a remaster or something, didn't it?
Yes. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, I can't think of an example. But remasters, unless the games are like more than like 10 years old, I think are worthless. So. But to kind of step back a little bit, so there was an article put out. I think it was by Polygon or some loser fucking industry magazine or whatever, saying that the remake was good, but I think I told you about this. Where the writer complained that like the player AI was like useless and like the game was too difficult. Did you hear about that?
Well, I think we talked about that before, but with different games. But it's like, those places are just you don't listen to them. I
Well,
choose not
yeah,
to.
yeah, I know, I agree, but like I can't believe that someone who's writing for, and I think it was Polygon. So listeners, please look for yourself. We're just too fucking lazy to actually pull it up ourselves right now. But this person who's writing from, I recall, a pretty big game magazine is saying, "Oh, the game's too difficult because it came out in 1998 and like the AI is horrible." Even though when the game came out, that was probably considered like baseline good AI. I mean, it's like
It was very basic AI. It moves left, right, as
right,
in like the
yeah,
turtles. Like they just move in
to the
two
left, yeah,
ways, forward,
yeah,
backwards, or left and right. And it's like,
yeah. And yeah, what do you expect, right? I mean, like I think with anything, even in real life, but like I guess specifically, context is very important. I mean, a game that's released now that has horrible AI is something to get mad about. I agree because nowadays, unless it's an indie game, of course, but nowadays we expect more, right? Because a lot more money is going into games. You would expect generally that they would have competent things like AI and stuff like that,
mhm.
right? But a game back then, maybe budget wasn't as big. Maybe this again, Crash Bandicoot. Again, I'm just saying, it was back then, a different time. Context again is very important. But anyway, fuck that guy, whoever his name is.
Well, it's a very basic platformer. I don't think too much about AI for some shit like that.
Yeah, and
Uh,
yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And like I said, context is important. Like in a platformer, right? Do you expect like fucking them to take cover when they see you and like shine flashlights to
he's
blind you or
gonna jump
something?
on us. Let's put on helmets.
Yeah, no, right? I mean, yeah, you make a very good point. Yeah. Who cares about that shit? A platformer is all about just, like making those jumps and like dodging and shit, right? I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, fuck that guy.
Good
You
call,
have anything
man.
you
Good
want?
call.
Yeah, you have anything you want to bring up?
Uh, not really. But you were going to say something about it. No, Crash Bandicoot, or was that it?
Oh, that was it. But I actually have one more thing we can bring up though. Your silence is telling me I should do it.
Well,
So,
yeah. Well, if you're gonna say, I have something to say, and then it's like I'm waiting for you. Okay.
well, I thought you were gonna be okay. Bring it up. There was an article in the New York Post that came out talking about how society is losing a lot of the males to gaming. Did you hear about that article?
wait, wait. Say it again.
So there was an article that came out that said it was an opinion article, I believe, from the New York Post. I can pull it up in a second, saying that the American society, or I think society in general, is losing. Most of the males aren't working anymore. They're just playing video games, and they aren't looking for work or they aren't doing stuff with their life.
Okay. I think I read something about that a while ago, but
This basically came out like a week ago. So I mean, I'm sure there's other stuff that came out, but
yeah.
how do you feel about that, Richie?
Uh, I don't know. I think we're also in a time, a really weird time, where people can try to succeed via YouTube and other outlets. So I mean, could they be playing games to make a business on their own? Um,
Like, possibly, right? I mean, we
yeah,
don't.
that's what's so weird about this generation is that you can do what you want and potentially use Patreon or some other means to make money. But
Yeah,
to say simply that guys are being lazy fucks and not doing anything but play games, I do not agree with that.
yeah, and also what I want to say is that unemployment, I think, is a lot higher. Okay, again, I'm gonna sound like a fucking loser millennial now, but I guess for the most part, from my understanding, a lot of people there's a higher onset of unemployment. I think it feels like, and from what I've seen, for men our age and younger than any other time before. And I'm thinking maybe that's why maybe there you have a lot more guys staying home playing video games. I don't know.
There's also a bigger population.
Well, that too, right?
No, but no, I'm just trying to make a joke. But like, I don't know, dude. I can't look into, or yeah, I don't have numbers or anything to say anything to say anything to have grounds on actually saying. But like, yeah, no, I don't really have an opinion on it actually.
Yeah, I mean, the only opinion I have is that this person who wrote this is probably generalizing or simplifying it too much. I think it's a fairly complex issue, um, and fuck him. If guys want to do it, they want to do it. Does anyone criticize women for doing anything they want to do? Right?
Uh, yeah, right, right.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, right? I mean, like, people want to do it, let them do it. What the fuck is wrong with that?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. No, let me stand off my soapbox. I should probably bring up the article, but I'm way too lazy. Is okay. So that's all I've got. You got anything else you want to add for the second time I've asked you?
Uh, no.
Okay, Archie. I think we can call it here. Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, that's fine by me.
All right. Well, hey. You know, this is our trial run of the Nebraska California Peppy podcast. So we'll be a little prepared for the next time, hopefully in a week, when we actually do another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm signing off. This is Anil.
And this is Archie.
Wishing you a happy weekend, and we'll see you on the next podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.